If you remember from the last vlog, we had the motor set roughly where it was going to go. Now the next step in the process that we did was to mount these stringer pads, which you see here, in their original holes for the aft engine mount. Then the next thing we did was to resize the holes on these rubber isolation mounts here that we received from Beta so that they would fit the existing studs on those stringer pads. Now we started reassembling motor components. We put the bell housing on, flywheel, clutch assembly, and transmission, and did a rough alignment there with the shaft. We also installed the nuts and bolts on the aft mounts and then sort of positioned the front part of the motor to get us pretty close where we were at. Now our next step was to position the forward motor mounts. Now just a quick little update on something I've been working on here for the last probably close to 2 years essentially. What you see here on this white pole is a water turbine that I found on eBay, and I've been sort of working on and off here for a while to get it installed on the boat. Now in order to mount it on the stern of the boat, I purchased these 4-inch round high density plastic, essentially long tubes that you see here. Drilled a hole down the center, cut them to match the contour of the aft end of the boat there, and then through bolted them with a long 3/16 stainless steel bolt and backing plates and whatnot like you see here. Then here finally is the water turbine actually mounted on the end of it, and this is where I'm at today. Now this water turbine is a 4,000 watt water turbine, and it comes out of the turbine 3-phase, goes into a rectifier, comes out 12-phase, and I'm going to show you where I mount that rectifier and how I run the lines and where I run the lines to. A quick flashback here. This is the swim platform that I mounted, and if you look real closely, you'll see that the bottom mounting point, the hull sits a little farther in and it requires some spacing. So in order to do that, I used the same material. This time only I purchased it in sheets. Cut it into squares, glued them together, and then cut an angle on them so they would match the fall-away angle on the stern of the boat. Here we have a close-up of how that was done. Then of course it was through bolted and sealed, and we're good to go. Well, everybody, just got back from the boat with some disappointing news, let's say. The diesel mechanic has been exposed to COVID by 2 co-workers, so he's down for anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. So it's the first week in July basically. So if he's down for the full 3 weeks, that means we won't even get back to working on the install till the very last week in July. We probably have 2 or 3 weekends worth of work to do, which gets us to the middle to the end of August. That pretty much cans it for this summer sailing season. So it looks like right now that we're not going to splash this year. Very disappointing, but you know, health and safety is important, so we'll do the best that we can do, and I'll keep you guys all up to date. We'll be doing a budget update here probably in the next couple of vlogs, so I'll let you know. So thanks everybody, and peace and fair winds. Remember to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up if you liked us. Also click the bell for notifications when new vlogs come out. And if you're a Facebook person, remember to follow us on Facebook.